I have no chin. I'm Miriam, co-founder and COO of Keto Chow.
I'm Chris, also co-founder, president, and the technical guy who's trying to adjust the tilt of the monitor, but hey, there you go. If you're brand new, you're just going to need to sit up higher. If you're brand new to Keto Chow, it's a nutritionally complete meal designed to make doing keto easy. We also have some electrolyte supplements that are amazing for everyday use and for keeping the dreaded keto flu away.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the little bell icon for daily updates on all our Keto Chow happenings. These live streams help us be accountable and stay on track. Thanks for joining us on our journey.
Yep. I forgot to bring home all of the microphones and stuff, so we're just using the webcam. Yay.
Yay.
Anyway, Dallas is fifth. Leanne says, good morning, Keto Chow family. Some other people said first and stuff, but I can't see that because I just barely launched it. I haven't even taken a shower today. I slept funny, and my neck is like, I must have gotten a Charlie horse on my neck last night. So I took some magnesium, took some ibuprofen. Anyway, Leanne says, good morning, Keto Chow family. Dallas says, hello. Ezel says, good morning from Jersey.
Good morning.
Don't forget.
No.
No? Okay. TC says, good morning, all. Happy Saturday. Sean says, good morning, Chris and Miriam. Jerry says, hello, no chin. Jerry and Patty are here laughing. Sonia says, hi, guys. Chris sounds better. Are you okay, Miriam?
I'm just tired.
Yeah.
We had one of our kids did a midnight swimming party.
Yes.
So we stayed up so he could go to that, and then he had to come home also. So even though we went to sleep and he checked in en route too, it was still late.
Yep.
So I'm just tired. I haven't used my voice yet today.
I need to synchronize this clock
This is
with
9:17.
atomic time again. On this side of the house, it can't pick it up. So every once in a while, I have to put it on the east side of the house so it can pick up the signal because it's off by about 15 seconds, I just noticed. What the heck?
15 seconds.
I know. Janice says, good morning. Always glad to see you two. Glenda says, good morning, all. My Father's Day swag bag that was vacationing in Honolulu has finally arrived in Florida.
Oh.
I get it on Monday.
Wow.
So in that swag bag, you'll find pictures of me that I signed. Well, a picture of me that I signed. Some of those we ordered from Sam's Club 2 weeks ago. I think FedEx is going to try to deliver them today.
To the
FedEx
warehouse.
home delivery, yes. Thanks. They'll try again on Tuesday. Karen says, good morning. Sean says, good morning, Jerry. Calabama says, good morning, everyone. Debbie says, did I actually make it on time to a live chat? Yes,
You
you
sure did.
Happy Saturday. Diana says, good morning from West Virginia.
Good
Cheryl says,
morning.
good morning. Karen says, how's the cold, Chris? I'm in cleanup mode now, which means that I'm still super
It
stuffy.
just sounds gross.
Yeah, it sounds terrible. And if I talk for a long time without blowing my nose, then it gets progressively more and more nasal, and then I blow it and it's fine. Red Wine says, good morning. Just picked up a load of diapers in Bear River, Utah, heading to Ohio. Well, you know, stuff has got to move, right?
That's right.
And trucks are trains.
Diapers.
And even if you move it on a train, you eventually got to move it on a truck. So Dallas says, so the Father's Day grab bag, my husband unpacked our box and found his gift. Autographed pic of Chris.
What
Hilarious.
did he think? It's so funny. I don't know. I just thought it was silly.
It's just a weird picture, and it's hilarious. And my hand was completely covered in bacon grease after we took that photo.
You think?
Yes, well, yeah. And that was twisty bacon, by the way.
That's right.
Twisty bacon, I think, is kind of the best bacon if you're going to be cooking it in the oven.
I bought a thing of bacon yesterday. We should make some today.
Oh, did you see... Let's see. Okay, Serious Keto.
Okay.
He did a video about Keto Chow, by the way. He also... Miriam has been looking through some of his old videos and found a thing about a corn dog maker. So I was looking at all the other stuff that you can make with a corn dog maker. And hold on a second.
I'm going to just find it.
Okay, hold on. Well, I have to switch to...
Oh, it's hard to switch without the switchy theme.
Yes. Okay, so if I do Serious Keto Corn Dog.
It's got like a serious corn dog. sorry.
Okay, so that's his. This is the review of the thing. It was like a chili rain. There it is.
Oh no. Yum.
Let's see if we can find where he has them made and finished. So, yeah. Anyway,
I think
so
you're sick.
I ordered the corn dog maker yesterday for Miriam. Woo! I love it when it does that.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I think
can we
that'll be
make
fun.
the tamale pie in that?
I think we can. Anyway,
I love
should be
the
interesting.
tamale pie recipe.
Yeah, and I got Serious Keto a bunch of the savory flavors of Keto Chow, so he can start messing around with them in recipes. And I gave him a list of different recipes that I'm like, even if you don't make anything else, you have enough room for your legs.
Yeah.
Even if you don't make anything else, make these. And it was the drop biscuits, the one made with the savory chicken soup, the tamale pie made with the taco,
I love the tamale pie recipe.
Joe's chili recipe with the tomato,
I like that too.
the hamburger soup.
That was a good one too.
And I also gave him the recipe for the pumpkin sausage soup because that one's just amazing.
I love that. We should make that today because I got the stuff.
Okay. Jerry says, poor Charlie. He always gets blames for everything, just like Murphy.
Oh, yeah.
April Ann says, good morning to my favorite people. Woodruff says, good morning, all. Sit up straight.
I know. I don't want to. I want to go back to sleep.
Jeanette, I'm still wearing sweats. I am fully intending to take today off. Just so you know. Like, I'm going to tool around the kitchen and fix it. I fixed the freaking dishwasher last night.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what got my neck weird. But anyway.
Probably did.
The springs on our dishwasher that make the door open and close nicely, one of them hadn't just popped off, but like a bunch of the plastic mechanism inside got shattered into different pieces. And so I was able to fix it. I may have put a bunch of grabber screws randomly through plastic parts to hold it in place, but it's working. Anyway.
Void the warranty? I guess
we're out of the warranty now anyway. Becky says, good morning, happy Saturday. I think I read that already. Blue says, oh yeah, sit up people. Janice says, hello. Anthony says, good morning. Sean says, not 15 seconds. Donna says, we didn't get to shower this AM due to a hot water leak. The whole family had to do baby white bird baths. Waiting for a plumber. Life happens.
And isn't it funny that when that sort of thing happens, that's the day that you like didn't shower yesterday and you're like, I'm going to be fine. Yeah. But then you're like, all of a sudden I feel so dirty because I can't shower.
Yeah.
That's when it happens, right? And then you can't do your wash. And then you have like piles of wash. You're like, why couldn't this happen after I just finished all the wash?
No kidding.
No, it does not ever happen. I'm sorry.
Shauna says, last morning on vacation. Lynette says, good morning. Keto Jenny says, are there any egg products in Keto Chow or anything that would cause a histamine response? So as far as egg products go, the only flavor that has anything egg in it is the eggnog has some actual egg in the flavoring.
Okay.
As far as a histamine response, that's a broader question that I don't have an answer to. If you do have issues at all with milk proteins, that could be causing an issue. Or anyway, she says, I have a growing patch of hives. I'm eating, meat, cheese, nuts, diet drinks, and Keto Chow. Maybe cut back to just meat and see how that does for you. I don't know. Willow says, well, you can't have atomic habits without atomic timing.
That's right. You got to have 15 seconds, right?
15 seconds. Bob says, good morning. We have to put our atomic clock in a west window here in Chicago. See?
Yeah, that's exactly
it's a thing. It's because it's being broadcast from
Denver?
Fort Collins.
Oh, Fort Collins.
Fort Collins, Colorado is where the atomic clock is.
Just go outside and hold it.
Yep. I was going to say my watch picks up the same atomic time, but I got my repaired watch back yesterday.
Yeah,
now it just uses
it
just uses the clock on my phone.
Now you're gonna not keep looking at your watch saying, I have no notifications. No notifications.
It's been hilarious. I had a regular, it wasn't an analog clock, but an old timey. It's a clock that I bought back in like 2001.
It's old. Yeah. It's as
And
old
it
as
still
our kids.
works. It's a Casio Wave Scepter solar powered. And that clock just keeps going.
But it
It's
doesn't
amazing.
talk to your phone.
It doesn't talk to your phone, but it
Which-
tells you the time.
It's kind of nice because you could live without a phone for a minute.
You could. I could. It was nice. I didn't have to tell my watch not to light up at night.
Yeah, now I have to do that.
Now I have to do that again. Karen says Facebook froze. Oh, that's interesting. I got 0 drop frames. Had to switch to YouTube. Rihanna says, good morning. Working hard, but I'm kind of here. Oh, we need to catch up my comments.
Oh,
Christine says, hey, all morning. Karen says, no, frozen screen. Is it just me? I think it was Facebook froze up. Dallas says he loved the bacon bouquet. Liv says, nuts and cheese are more likely to raise histamine. Okay. Nan says, good morning, Chris. How are you feeling? I'm feeling a bit better. Easy says, twisty bacon is great. We make 3 pounds at a time. Now, if you're doing bacon in the oven, twisty bacon is amazing because you can put more
bacon on the cookie sheet.
Yeah, more bacon per thing.
I guess on the bacon sheet. We don't really use it to make cookies.
Yeah, what's just called a bacon sheet? It's a baking sheet. Bacon
sheet.
Dallas says twisty bacon is the best bacon. You get crunchy and soft all throughout. Trail says love the twisty bacon. Anthony says, I have that corn dog maker. Would love more recipes. His are very good, though. TC's Life says, corn dog batter using a savory keto chow. That
I know,
would be
right?
interesting.
That's what I'm thinking. So if we did like the tamale pie or even just like the drop biscuit with something inside, like that'd be way fun.
Oh, the drop is good. That would be good.
Yeah.
Dennis is on, front runner. He says, got a lot of Steve from Serious Keto. Blue says, I've been cutting my histamine foods, doing beef only, cooked fresh, not reheated. Anything aged gives more histamine production.
Yeah.
Jerry says, just booked a cruise in November on Royal Caribbean out of LA. They just came back to the West Coast after 10 to 15 years, getting prepped for a low carb cruise 2020. You gotta
practice cruising.
Practice cruise. Yeah. Practice cruise. There you go. Dallas says, meal prep, but don't let shakes sit for too long. Anything builds up histamine when it sits. Pre-cooked meat can be a culprit too. Bob says, I saw a question on Facebook about red streaks on mixed keto chow. Guesses were the undissolved pink salt or the minerals. Okay, so I actually answered that.
Okay.
There is an FAQ on the Keto Chow site. If you search for Keto Chow red spots or red streaks, you'll find it. It is the encapsulated vitamin A. That's it.
And so when it mixes, it takes a minute to...
Yeah, it takes a minute for the encapsulation to dissolve. Now, and if you mix it a lot, long enough for the encapsulation to dissolve, then it just mixes throughout. But if you just mix really quick and then let it sit, then the encapsulation breaks down and you just have a spot of red. And it's fine. Shake it up and it's done. This was someone who had made, I think, yogurt or pudding or something like that. And so they mixed it up and then the encapsulation went away. So it's the vitamins. It's fine. Floyd says, hi, everyone. Dennis says, good morning, Lynette. Blue says, yeah, I don't even pre-prep keto chow. I make it with hot coffee instead.
Nice.
April says, yay, Chris. John says, woohoo, fixed dishwasher for the win. Well, the funny thing is, the dishwasher was fine. It's just you would go to open the door of the dishwasher and it would boom, just slam.
It was just the door,
And so for the last couple days, there's been just a perfectly sized cardboard box that was sitting in front of the dishwasher. So if you forgot, it would smack into that and act as a pillow.
You know, it did make me feel good because we had to write a note on it that said, this is the pillow for the dishwasher. Please do not move it. Which means the kids might have moved the box if it didn't say that.
That's true. Let's see. Patty says, hi, Bears. April says, yuppers. Easy Zell says, Keto Chow, first HVAC repair, then dishwasher repair. What's next? Oddly enough, in my memories thing on Facebook on Thursday, there was a picture of not long after we moved into this house, we were having problems with the air conditioning working. Turns out that one of the circuit breakers wasn't in all the way or something like that. It was making intermittent contact with the fins. And for those of you who don't know, I'm not going to get into it very much, but inside of your circuit panel, you have these metal fins sticking up, and the circuit breakers clamp onto those. And if there's intermittent contact, there will be arcing. Some of the fins were half melted.
Oh, that's right.
And so I actually had to, and you can't just buy the new fins. I had to buy a new circuit panel because that old panel wasn't available. And I had to completely rewire the entire house with just the panel.
Yeah.
It only took like 3 hours. It wasn't bad. We got better circuit breakers, and I got more. It was kind of freaky.
Yeah? Did you even turn off the power?
Yes, I did. I turned off the main service disconnect where it comes into the house, and then I rewired the whole thing. But anyway, HVAC repair. April says, LO on purpose kind of guy. Yeah. Lana says, good morning. Shauna. Victoria says, thank you for making pina colada. I cannot wait to be able to try it. Those should be arriving fairly soon. What day did we...
I think Thursday. Yeah. So depending on how far away you live.
I think it was Thursday, yeah. April says, yum, pina colada sounds awesome.
I had pina colada ice cream for lunch yesterday.
Oh, did you?
Lynette made it for me. Thanks, Lynette.
Cheryl says, are the recipes that are sent in the Chow Club on the Keto Chow site? If not, will they ever be added? I can't afford the Chow Club, but some of the recipes sound wonderful. So
some of them are. I think in the long run, everything will be there.
yes.
It's just for a time period, they're not.
Yeah, so to answer your question, are they on the site? Not at first. Will they be added? My understanding is yes.
Yeah.
They, if not soon, then yeah.
Eventually.
It usually takes us a couple weeks or a month or two to get them added to the site after they've come out after they've been on there. So eventually they do, because why have them if we're not going to make them available? But we're still trying to figure out people who want the old cards if they didn't get the other ones. I don't know if having the files available for people or what the plan is for that. We should probably come up with a game plan on
We
that.
don't have a plan.
No. Well, and like we talked about yesterday with the whole, people were kind of like, oh, can we talk about pina colada? Can we not talk about pina colada? Sorry, that was us not having a game plan before we started the live on Thursday. Melissa says, hi from Mike and Mel. We are at Put in Bay on our 29th anniversary and my birthday.
Oh.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Melody. Right there.
Melody.
Wait, Mike and Mel.
Mike and Mel.
Whichever one of you has a birthday. Happy birthday to you. Okay. Victoria says, I'm hoping and praying the apple pie comes back. I was assuming that Melody was saying that.
But it could have been Mike.
It could have been Mike.
That's why I was like, wait.
Okay. William says, I heard from Craig Emmerich that hive and rash sort of reaction can also be due to oxalate dumping if you've recently cut back on foods with a lot of oxalates.
Yeah. Well, our keto rash.
Yeah. Jerry says, I made a Blackstone full of bacon last night. Decided to make a couple extra burgers last night as well. Bacon cheeseburgers for the
that sounds
win.
awesome.
Thesis Last is getting ready to do my step-siblings' cousins reunion.
Wow.
Gotta love families by degrees.
Oh my gosh.
Widow says, yeah, it's a bacon sheet. Ring bear. Did you say ring bearer? Yeah, sure. Ring bear. Kate says, morning all. Have a wonderful weekend. Today is my sister's memorial service.
You mean
Please.
Gail said that?
Oh, Gail. Did I say Gail?
Kate.
Oh my gosh. Gail said that. Today is my sister's memorial service. Please, all those who pray, remember our family and her friends today.
I'm
That's
sorry,
so sad.
Gail.
Linda says, my Father's Day package is out for delivery. April says, nice low carb cruise. Yeah, it's coming up in May
of next year.
15th of 2022. So we will be celebrating Joe and Rachel's anniversary
That's right.
on the cruise.
Yeah.
It also says red dots are yum yum beads. They don't taste like anything.
They don't, they just.
Shauna says, yay for Keto Chow made with hot coffee. More over Wheaties. Move over Wheaties. This is the breakfast of champions.
Thanks.
I'm having a hard time reading today. I don't know what my deal is.
It's because you just got out of bed.
That might be it.
Excuse me.
Let's see. Dennis says, my father tried Keto Chow Fruit Loops. That's lemon, strawberry, and orange
I can't remember.
mixed together. He's putting in his bid for maraschino cherry flavor, red or green, doesn't matter. I thought maraschino cherry didn't actually taste like anything other
What
than
does it
sugar.
taste like?
Well, they take cherries, they bleach them white, and then dye them red. And I don't know that they actually have a
They kind of
flavor.
taste like a candy cherry.
Yeah. Blue says, I got an extra bonus with the last Keto Chow Club being bigger. It's the perfect size for my son to boost his laptop up to eye level for better ergonomics.
That's awesome.
Shauna says, Chris's level of nerve talk is vast and informative. Okay, so I had said earlier that, well, one of our daughters, she's in college. And she's a little bit bitter that we didn't teach her how to cook more stuff. And I'm like, I tried to teach you how to cook stuff. You wouldn't look up from your phone. But the thing is, people typically don't learn stuff well until they want to. You know, the adage is, how many social workers does it take to change a light bulb? Just one, but the light bulb has to want to change. All of the stuff that I've learned over the years, I've had to learn it myself. And of course, YouTube has been a great boon for that. But in fact, as I was laying on the ground, I remarked that I had looked on YouTube to see how to fix the Bosch dishwasher. Just pulling it out, the whole thing. And it is funny how, I wasn't really into electrical stuff and fixing car stuff and changing oil. And one of my biggest regrets of high school was not taking auto shop or wood shop. That would have been so much fun.
And so useful.
I know. Instead, my mom made me take stupid Russian. Why did I take Russian? I can't remember any Russian. It's a whole year class wasted. Let's see. Dennis is passing Draper right now.
Is that because you didn't want to learn Russian?
I didn't want to learn Russian. I had 3 years of Spanish under my belt already, and that actually turned out to be
4 years of Spanish, and I can't speak anything.
Adalis says they can make a maraschino cherry or almond or marzipan. Kind of the same flavor profile. Older Pennsylvania says, good morning, dears.
Hello.
Janice says, how long do you cook twisted bacon? Until it's done.
Like 15 minutes.
And don't forget, there are two kinds of people in this world. Those that like their bacon crispy and those that are wrong. But yeah, I don't know, we set it for like 350, and you just check it every once in a while, and then you always cook it too long, and you pull it out, and you're like, oh no, that was actually
perfect.
right.
Yeah.
That was good.
And then you pour it into the new bacon thing that I got myself for Mother's Day.
Yep.
I'm not bitter about that at all.
I got you a corn dog maker for late Mother's Day.
Yeah, I was a little late.
She says, let's give him something to talk about.
You did help me with cleaning up, and that's what I really wanted. So.
Okay. Yeah, Dallas says until done. Dennis says, my youngest nephew back from the Ukraine turns 21 today. He's not with me, but will be later.
That's cool.
Sonny
Happy birthday, youngest nephew.
Sonny says, it would be awesome if the website recipes would have a computer geek add a print option. We could print in a format and print on the blank cards. So, so you know, hold on a second. Screen capture, there we go. So if you go to Keto Chow, there we go. Go to Keto Chow. Go to recipes and more recipes.
The cool thing about printing recipes on here is you can change the amount.
So there is a print recipe. Now, this doesn't make it recipe card size. No. And it does have this thing up at the top.
That's what I like because we have 100 people in our house.
Yeah, so you'll notice it's actually changing the stuff. But you go to print.
And it's a page, so you can
there
throw
it
that
is.
bottom one away. So what I used to do, I don't do it very much now, is I used to just fold up the paper and then put it in my recipe box. And then I folded it backwards so you could see the title.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so it doesn't exactly work for printing on blank cards, although you could change your printing settings to have them smaller. Yeah. Or just copy and paste it or like screen capture and print it. Older Pennsylvania says, my friend has a picnic every summer, except last year. She always has me make my awesome pasta salad. She knows I can't eat it, but says she's making special meatballs with no breadcrumbs.
Yay,
That's fantastic.
that's so nice.
Or they can use pork rinds. Willow says, a little mystery to figure out. When this says, poor Chris, your nose is getting stuffy again. It just does that. Blaine says, made another batch of banana split Keto Chow.
Oh, good. I read spilt it, so I'm glad you didn't spill your banana split Keto.
Oh, Dallas says, maraschino cherry tastes like marzipan and almond.
Oh yeah, it makes
Okay.
sense.
I've never really...
You didn't like them.
I've never liked them.
I liked them.
I just think they're weird. Debbie says, I believe that wonderful maraschino cherry smell is from almond extract. Okay, see, there you go. Everyone's agreeing. April says, very true, Chris, about learning. I have taught myself a lot about keto and all other things I wanted.
Yep.
Yeah, when you are ready to learn, it's amazing what you can accomplish.
Dig into.
Crispy says, I like crispy. Blaine says, licorice camping fear factor for Joe.
Nah.
I believe this is Chris reminds me of my brother a lot, who is oddly enough also named Chris.
Smarty pants.
Okay, there's a lot of us Chris's out there, by the way.
Yeah.
At my old job, there was actually another Chris B.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was back to, it was like high school all over again. I'm going by my last name. Don't even bother me calling me Chris.
I only went by my last name once because it was one teacher who just called everybody by their last name.
Okay.
But I did sometimes, every once in a while, I'll give the restaurant hostess your name because I'll say Miriam and then they
They're like,
can't
"What?"
hear me. And if I say bear, they're like, what? Well, bear, like the animal
Yeah.
or naked.
Now,
Bear?
what I think is you just aren't saying it loud enough.
I think probably.
You just need to project and you're like,
Miriam! What? Miriam! What?
Victoria says, if soft bacon is wrong, I don't want to be right.
Right? Victoria, I miss you.
Treya says, ooh, new baking things or new bacon things?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Blue says crispy bacon for the win. Debbie likes crispy bacon too. Leanne says, my son is in the Air Force, never cooked at home, now cooks beautiful lamb dinners for his wife. You learn quick.
Aww.
And I didn't really know how to cook much of anything except for pasta. And even then I didn't do very well until I went keto and started learning how to cook meat. And it's been an iterative process. Mm-hmm. It took me so long to overcome my fear of doing pork ribs. I don't know why. Like, it was an irrational hesitancy on my part. I just did it. I was like, I don't think I'm going to get it right. And it turns out they're stupid easy.
Especially when you make them. When I don't have to do anything.
Yep.
It's even better. I'll wash the pan.
So if you have an irrational hesitancy about pork ribs, get some of the really big aluminum foil, the wide stuff, and put ribs on half of a thing of aluminum foil, fold it over, roll up the sides, roll up the sides, roll up the sides, stick it in the oven at like, I don't know, 250.
Just leave them.
And then come back like 5 or 6 hours later, whenever you're done with whatever you're doing. We usually do it on a Sunday morning before we go to church. And then we come back and it's like, is it time to eat? Well, the meat's done. And usually the only thing we put on it is salt because my mom is eating with us and she can't have pepper.
That's right.
Let's see. Anyway, I'm done with that. Matthias's request for future recipe cards. Add total carbs in the nutrition.
Oh, okay.
I thought I told John to do
I
that.
don't remember if we do that or not.
Because I remember saying that, you can use this, that net carbs and total carbs are both important to people. Now, here's the thing, though. If you really want accurate nutrition information on your recipes,
You'll do it yourself.
put it into Chronometer using the stuff that you have
And the
used.
exact stuff. Because
Yeah.
if you just put in, this and so thing, it's a different brand, it's a different thing. Because it's not ever going to be, like, perfectly accurate. Because you won't use exactly the same things that we use.
And Dennis says, yeah, almond can be added, but so far the cherry has been elusive. It keeps tasting like cough syrup. That is correct. So he says, thanks from non-techie savvy grandma. April says, cherry is one of my very favorite flavors.
That's funny.
Christy says, I just found I'm pregnant again. congratulations. We went through IVF with my 1-year-old, so I never thought I'd get pregnant again. I've been drinking Keto Chow, and they don't hurt my stomach. Do you think it's okay? Okay. So number one, again, congratulations. Number two,
Congratulations.
we have had several people that we know go through so much work to get pregnant the first time. And then it just was boom, boom, boom after that. It was, it's like you needed to prime the pump or something. Number three, Keto Chow, the legal response I can give is that Keto Chow is not indicated for use by pregnant or nursing mothers or by children. Please talk to your doctor about the nutrition in Keto Chow. That said, I know a lot of pregnant women or nursing women that have used Keto Chow to great effect. They've actually taken that along with the other food that they were planning on eating to their obstetrician. And the obstetrician has been like, oh yeah, this stuff is really good. Oh, look at that. It's got methylated folate. Well, that'll help the brain develop of that child. So yeah, please do talk to your doctor. We actually can't give you medical advice on that regard.
That's right.
But
Also,
that's awesome.
when I was throwing up when I was pregnant with my first children, my doctor said, eat whatever you don't throw up. And I'm like, all right,
Yep.
I'll try that. And that doesn't sound very healthy. I think I had like saltine crackers a lot.
Speaking of my mom calling.
Speaking of
Now, if you ever want to have a lot of fun, go on one of Nisha Berry's live streams and ask her what she thinks about Keto Chow during pregnancy. Because Ken and Nisha are big proponents of like eating whole foods, like meat. And I think that is by far the best way to eat. If you don't or can't, then I think Keto Chow is a great option, especially for those in-between meals. During their last pregnancy, Nisha had some serious problems with nausea, and one of the few foods she was able to reliably keep down was Keto Chow. And so it's kind of funny to see the conflict in their eyes, because they're like, oh, you really should be eating meat, but yeah. And she usually will tell people that, yeah, Keto Chow works great if you are having problems keeping food down. Anyway, Missy wants to know, is the expiration date on Keto Chow just a reference, like the pirate code? Or does Keto Chow actually go bad? I don't want to waste it.
So what we've noticed is the vitamins start to degrade at the expiration date. It doesn't go away. It's just not as, I guess, potent.
It's not as potent.
As it would have been before that. So if you're eating Keto Chow for 3 meals a day and nothing else, then maybe don't use the
I wouldn't recommend the expired
stuff. But if
stuff.
you have it, sitting in your cupboard and you eat it every once in a while, you make it into ice cream after you've had your steak for dinner, like that would probably be fine.
That said, I have no qualms whatsoever about having Keto Chow that is a year past its best by date.
Sometimes the flavor is not as strong either, because it is a 2-year shelf life. So it's your choice.
Petite D is on here. She's just lurking. Welcome. Let's see. April thinks you're funny. Denise says, hi guys, my first time on a live. I've been doing my protein mix almost every day since I was 19 and just turned 64. I am an expert on smoothies. Your flavors are fabulous. I'm addicted.
Yay! Hi, Denise.
Blue says, I love that your kids are named Bear and yet all your kiddos have Goldilocks. Well, Ruth has brown hair.
It's still considered blonde. She says, I have brown hair. I'm like, that's blonde.
Yeah.
It's just a darker shade of blonde than the other kids.
Our very first Halloween costume was
family
Mama Bear and Papa Bear. We had a baby bear and a Goldilocks.
Because we couldn't even be the 3 bears because we had 2 kids.
Yep.
But it was cute.
It was
find
super
a
cute.
picture of that.
Dennis says, incidentally, I ate bacon both ways and learned to lick the drippings out of the frying pan. Having moved on to other protein sources, I'm trying to gain muscle weight now. Gotta live pasture raised. Matreya says, it's not irrational. The barbecue community is really rather extra about ribs and brisket. It can make it seem quite intimidating. Matreya says, yeah, I do enter it into Chronometer. Well, that's fantastic. Leanne says, recommendations for a keto barbecue sauce and keto syrup for pancake, or what does anyone else use for pancakes or waffles? I really like the Alternus Sweets barbecue sauce. I also like the Baby Ray's sugar-free. Walden Farms makes a fantastic syrup. So there you go. I think you have to. Oh, you found it.
Yeah, see, very good. I
That's
was gonna
awesome.
make the full suits
It doesn't
for both
wanna.
of us, but I didn't.
I just wore
I
a
just
brown.
ran out of day. Here's the Goldilocks though. She's so cute. Oh, it's not very showing up very good.
Yeah.
She had we took yarn and made her hair out of yarn.
You have a beautiful hair full of yarn.
And yes, she's sucking on a sucker that has a.
Let's see. Maitreya says, a nice to have, not a need to have. Let's see. Brad says, I don't see why Keto Chow can't be used in pregnancy, but I get it posting on your label that this is in this litigious society.
Here's just the bear.
That was like most of what you did was
Oh my
that.
gosh, that was such a pain to sew.
Yeah.
And then I said, I don't need to sew costumes. It doesn't bring me joy.
Oval says, I just made my first ribs, beef and pork, in my pressure cooker and then 5 minutes in the air crisper. Not as good as restaurants, but not bad for a newbie. You know what? That's fantastic. Baby steps. Baby back ribs. I've learned that I like pork ribs better. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Brad says, Canberry and Nisha Barron, separate websites. I'm not sure of Anisha Barron. I'm Anisha Berry. They do have different YouTube channels and stuff like that. Nisha loves it, but they often are on together. Let's see. Dennis is asking, Adriana, if she's the mother of the child whose doctor wrote a letter of requirement for Keto Chow. Because I do remember.
There was somebody.
I'm not remembering who it was on the. Oh yeah, she says Adalis says that's me. Sorry, I walked away and must have missed something. Yeah, her daughter. Her doctor looked at the nutrition in Keto Chow and wrote her a letter of requirement. Christy says, thank you guys so much. I'll definitely check in on their live stream. Patty says, you can cook with it and not worry about vitamin loss. Now, if you do heat up Keto Chow above 120 degrees, it will start to degrade the vitamins.
Still.
You actually see the same thing with any food.
It doesn't degrade the minerals because minerals don't go away.
You cook vegetables, you cook meat, you get those vitamins above a certain temperature and it will start to degrade them. How much it degrades them, it's a sliding scale depending on time and temperature. But you just wouldn't want to use Keto Chow that has been heated for 100% of your nutrition unless you're supplementing. And the problem is I don't have good information on how much it degrades for an arbitrary temperature. So I just know what happens if you don't heat it up. Let's see. Missy says, perfect. That's what I do. I use it as a treat. Thank you for the info. Blue says, oh, so cute. Love family costumes. Fred says, keto cutie. Sean says, Brian says, have you ever surveyed customer preferences for fat sources in Keto Chow? You know, that would be a good one to, you want to write that one down too? What is it? I think most people, I actually would prefer for them to start off with heavy cream just because it's harder to get wrong. From there, a lot of people will then graduate up to trying out butter or avocado oil as fat sources. But Adala says, make a post in the Keto Chow Facebook group. That's not a bad idea. Adala says, our daughter Anna is 7. I went rogue and put her on a ketogenic diet. Oh, wow. Let's see. April says, yum, baby back ribs. Betty says, speaking of the Keto Chow, past the date. Oh, yes. Yeah, that's true. If you have Keto Chow that's past the date,
you don't have to worry.
Then use it for cooking, and you don't have to worry that the vitamins are degraded. It's just it's going to be fine. Jerry says rib. We have both kinds here, country and western. April says I like the country ones. I I need to go to the store and buy a bunch more beef. But okay, so one of the things that I want to do, actually, maybe I'll do that. Oh, you wanted to make this pumpkin sausage soup, right?
But we can just freeze that.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. So last week, and I talked about this on the live stream earlier, but I literally just took a roast, a beef roast, and stuck it in the crock pot. And then the next morning, I took it out, mixed some beef soup base into the drippings,
Yeah.
and then put the meat back in, and we just had pulled beef that was in a delicious gravy.
It was really good.
And I did put some garlic and onions in there as well.
That's right.
But yeah, I think we should make that for tomorrow. Maybe we'll make the other one for today. Well, it says start to degrade. Is it time based? Oh, good, because I drink pretty quick after I mix, but 120. Well, it's the time that it's exposed to the higher temperatures.
Yep.
But 120 is just too cool for fresh coffee drinks. I'm making them around 130. Now, here's the thing. I don't think it's going to be a big deal unless you're using it for all of your nutrition, all of the time, 4 months at the end. Deborah says, I just ordered my raspberry cheesecake. Oh, that's what's on sale.
Oh, that's what's on sale.
The 21 of the individual packets, the Go Packs. That's what's on sale this week. It's 10%. Well, it's actually 36.8% off.
Yes.
It ends up being $63 for the 21 of them. I think that works out to be like $3.03 a meal or something like that. Let's see. April says raspberry cheesecake is one of my favorites. Let's see. Brad says raspberry cheesecake. That sounds deliciously dangerous. Giselle says a nice weekend. God bless.
So good.
April says very good. Okay, we're gonna get off.
Okay.
Thank you everybody for joining us. I don't have my fancy thing here that does all the switching. I feel like I'm walking around without pants on or something because I'm just not prepared. Anyway, but you all have a fantastic day.
Yep.
So, bye.
Bye.